Okay, so what we're going to do today is you are going to look at an adaptation of an different rats on various islands. So if you remember, Darwin went to the Galapagos Islands and he was determining that certain species were on that island and they were adapted for that purpose. So here's just some of the things that we notice. Okay. One, there is an overproduction of offspring, meaning that you have too many species that are going to be able to survive. There's competition. Those that are better competitors, better adapted to the environment, they're going to be the ones that are going to survive and reproduce. Variations. Some of these organisms are going to have characteristics or variations among their characteristics. Maybe it's claws, maybe it's hair. Adaptation. So basically, because they have a specific variation, they're going to be adapted for that environment for that purpose. Natural selection. The environment selects plants or animals that are more successful. Those are going to be the ones to survive. And speciation, over generations of time, you're going to start to see that these individuals survive and reproduce better. So now, here's your job. It says a ship infested with black rats, as many ships are, has hit a submerged rock and has started to sink. While people have lifeboats to escape onto and will be rescued by the Coast Guard, the rats aboard are not so lucky. They swim to the shore to survive. There are 4 nearby tropical islands which the rats can reach before they drown and get eaten by hungry predators. But these rats are not well adapted to survive on these islands. They do, however, have a good sense of hearing, sight, smell, and can eat a wide variety of food. Not to mention that rats are highly intelligent. Random mutations and natural selections will allow the rats to evolve into a new species that adapted to survive on this island. So here's what your job is, okay? Remember, Darwin's theory is about organisms that have the better adaptation. They're the ones that are going to survive. If you think back to the pocket mice that we did, if you were a brown color and you were in the desert, you survived. But if you were a brown mice living on a lava and covered sand, then you died out. So that was those mice that possessed the trait to be black in color survived. So your job, you're going to design a rat that is going to be able and be better adapted to one of the 4 islands that I give you. So it can be a structural adaptation. For example, claws is an example of a structural adaptation. Hair is an example. It can be a physiological, meaning that maybe it can digest certain types of food that another rat cannot. It could be behavioral. Maybe it is a rat that only comes out not so much in the night, but comes out during the day and allows it to carry out its life purposes. Okay. So you can decide what that rat has. Now, here's your job. So right here is what you've got to do. Following the engineering design, you're going to develop a new species. You've got to draw your island. You've got to complete the table and list the rat's adaptations, their origins, what structures they arose from, and explain how the adaptation allows the rat to survive. I'm not worried about 4, okay? And then 5 is you're going to present your rat to the class. Now, this is going to be in your group, you're going to make a PowerPoint that kind of shows the different adaptations of your rat, okay? All right, so let's look at what we have. If we look, here's the 4 islands. You've got Island A, Island B, Island C, Island D. Your job is to pick one of the 4 islands and design a rat that would be able to survive in that island. Now, here's the table. This is what you're going to list your adaptations. So I want What is the adaptation? Where did it come from? Is it structural? Is it physiological? Is it behavioral? And what is the benefit of having that? So you've got to fill out this entire chart. So if you look, there are, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 traits that you've got to come up with for your rat. So once you've done this chart, you're going to draw your island. So you're going to draw it based on which one of these you chose. You're going to draw what it looks like. You're going to draw your rat that has the adaptations on it. And then you're going to make a presentation explaining why that rat is adapted to that population or that island. So you'll need to, in your PowerPoint, talk about the type of island. If you want to take a picture with your phone of the different, you need to take a picture with your phone of the rat that you did and the island that you draw on your paper, and upload that to this PowerPoint, and then submit it in Canvas. Okay. So let me give you an idea of how to fill out this table. Okay. So let's say that, let me go back to I'm going to look at Island A. So Island A says it's fairly flat with an occasional hill. The ground consists of soft dirt, several species of shrubs. There's no animal life on land, but there is water, and it's full of friendly fish. The fish that swim around the island is also surrounded by coral reefs, which keep predators out. The shore is sandy and with no algae growth. Fresh water is available. So I can go here and I can put in, maybe my rat is going to develop webbed feet. Okay. So where was this derived from? It is derived from the bones of the foot. Okay. This is a structural adaptation, and its benefit is it's going to allow it to swim to get prey. So that's what I want you to do. So you've got to come up with 7 characteristics.